My husband is cheating on me. He's been buying his mistress designer goods with my credit card. I've tolerated it for our son's sake, but I've reached my limit. I can't forgive him. I have to take action. The person who came to my aid was the last person I expected. My name is Flora, and I'm 35 years old. I've been married to Adam for 10 years, and our beloved son, Dominic, just turned 8. I have always loved reading, and now I'm living my dream as a novelist. My mystery series has gained a significant following, allowing me to secure several monthly serials. Thankfully, my standalone books are also selling well, keeping me busy every day. Initially, Adam had a job, but as soon as I started earning, he quit. For the last 2 or 3 years, he's mostly lounged around at home, occasionally going out to play pachinko. Yet today, unusually, he's dressed in a suit. Something's not right. Why the suit? I decided to ask him directly. Adam, it's rare to see you in a suit. Where are you going? His eyes widened in surprise, but he quickly regained his composure and said, a job interview. A job interview? For what? Well, it's obviously for a job, right? I thought it might be time for me to start working again. I see. Good luck. Yeah, I'm off. At that moment, I genuinely believed he was going for a job interview. I thought that with our son still so young, he had reconsidered his priorities for the future. However, Adam didn't return home until 1 a.m. that night. I happened to be awake because of a looming deadline. Reeking of alcohol and perfume, he fell asleep on the living room sofa. In his hand was his smartphone, unlocked. Out of sheer curiosity, I peeked at my husband's phone. What? What is this? I can't believe this. To cut to the chase, my husband was cheating on me. What's more shocking, his affair was with my best friend, Delphine. It seemed like they had been to a fancy restaurant with a beautiful night view that day. The shock was like a dull blow. It was too much. How could Adam cheat on me with Delphine? Why? Doesn't Delphine have a husband too? I trusted them both. The unexpected reality hit me, and tears welled up in my eyes. Knowing I shouldn't wake my husband, I stifled my sobs. Evidence. Yes, evidence. For now, I sent the proof of the affair to my own phone and decided to think about the next steps. The next morning, I casually asked my husband, who was acting as usual, Hey, Adam, about yesterday. Yesterday. You know, you said you had an interview, but you came home late. I was just wondering what happened. Adam averted his eyes, clearly trying to think up an excuse. Actually, I ran into a friend after the interview. We ended up going for a drink. A friend? Who? Just some guy. You don't know him, Flora. Do I need to explain everything? Yeah, you're right. As expected, my husband concealed the fact that he had met with Delphine. His affair was clear from his evasive attitude as well. 1 month after discovering my husband's infidelity, I was still lost in confusion. I hadn't confronted him about the affair yet. Once I brought it up, it was clear that a crack would form in our relationship. If I were alone, I would have confronted him with the evidence and divorced him right away. The only reason I didn't divorce him was for our son, Dominic. I couldn't bring myself to take his father away from him at the tender age of 8. Afterward, my husband started going out frequently, taking advantage of me being busy with work in my room. However, this was also an excellent opportunity. While he was out, I decided to gather more evidence of his infidelity. What I found in his room were several unfamiliar receipts. Apparently, he had been buying women's designer items, but there was nothing like that in his room, and of course, I hadn't received anything. There was only one conclusion I could reach. Adam, you've been lavishing Delphine with designer items. But where did he get the money for that? He's jobless now and living off the allowance I give him every month. There's likely no savings left. Concerned, I decided to follow him. During that time, I called my brother to watch over Dominic. Of course, my brother didn't know about my husband's affair, so I had to lie to him. Bro, sorry for calling you out of the blue. Nah, it's fine, but what's up? Suddenly asking me to look after Dominic? Actually, I really want to go shopping alone. Shopping? You've never been much of a materialist. Don't you usually shop online? Well, that's true, but today I want to buy something that's only available in the store. So can you please look after Dominic? Well, all right, but don't be too late, okay? Dominic gets lonely. Yeah, thank you. With my brother's cooperation, I managed to follow my husband. Right now, he's walking arm in arm with my best friend, Delphine. I knew it was happening, but seeing it with my own eyes was a shock. The two of them cheerfully entered a high-end designer store, and then I saw something outrageous. No way, is that my credit card? Indeed, the card my husband used to pay the bill was my secondary credit card. I always keep my main card in my wallet, but the secondary one was left in a drawer. He took it without my knowledge and used it to fund his gifts. Over the past few months, I've been buying new work tools like monitors and keyboards and even new furniture, so the amount on the credit card has skyrocketed. Both cards are linked to the same bank account, and because I've been busy recently, I haven't checked the details carefully. This came back to bite me. I can't believe it. Not only was he cheating on me, but he was also freely using my money. Any love I had for my husband had completely cooled off. Of course, I was at fault for not noticing, but I still couldn't forgive him. I took clear pictures of the two of them in the act and returned home. For the next few days, I was engrossed in thinking about how to get back at my husband. I checked his computer multiple times when he wasn't around. Since he syncs his smartphone and computer, I could easily check his and Delphine's exchanges. Soon, I found out that the two of them were planning a trip during the upcoming long weekend. A 4-day, 3-night trip to Okinawa. This is my only chance. I decided to execute my revenge plan to coincide with my husband's affair trip. But there was one problem: the presence of my son. It would be difficult to carry out this plan without my son finding out about his father's infidelity. I decided to rely on my brother's help again. Hey bro, sorry to ask again, but could you look after Dominic for me during the upcoming long weekend? You mean for the entire 4 days? Yeah, I have something I need to take care of. Something to take care of, he said with a knowing tone. Just as I was starting to feel uneasy about his attitude, he added firmly, Flora, you don't have to handle everything on your own. Bro Adam's cheating on me, isn't he? What? How did you know? I heard it from Dominic. Huh? Dominic? Even though he's still a child, my son had noticed his father's infidelity. I'm not sure if Dominic fully understood the concept of infidelity, but he was aware that his father was becoming close to someone who wasn't his mother and that this was causing me pain. It seemed Dominic, in his own childlike way, had noticed the strain. I thought I was doing a good job of hiding it from him. How? It means Adam has hurt you so much that even Dominic can see it. Are you still planning to stay with someone like that? But if I divorce Adam, Dominic will be upset. As soon as I muttered this, my son, who was supposed to be in the next room, appeared. It's okay, Mom. I'm on your side. Dominic, are you sure? I don't need someone who makes Mom sad. As long as I have Mom, I'm okay. Thank you, Dominic, and thank you too, bro. With the support of my son and brother, I felt resolute about carrying out my plan to confront Adam. We started moving to a new place on the day my husband was leaving for his affair trip. My brother helped us, and we secretly packed while Adam was away. Then, on the night before the long weekend, I decided to give my husband one last chance. I asked him, who was excited about his trip starting the next day, Adam, what's with the luggage? Why are you packing a suitcase? Oh, I'm going on a trip with a friend starting tomorrow. A trip? Did you mention anything about that? It's a last-minute decision. Who cares? I'm going with the budget from the monthly allowance I get. Trying to avoid further questions, Adam radiated a don't talk to me anymore vibe, but I didn't let it bother me. I questioned my husband in a voice softer than I'd ever used before. Is it really just a trip with a friend? Adam was visibly shaken, his shoulders twitching. Despite this, he desperately lied. Of course, you've been nagging me about it. I see. A trip with a friend. Have fun. I was going to have fun whether you told me to or not. Well, just don't get too carried away, okay? With that, I left the room. Honestly, if he had confessed the truth, I was considering just asking for alimony and child support and settling things amicably. Despite his betrayal, he was someone I once loved. When my novel sales faltered, it was his support that helped me keep going. I didn't want to hate him or resent him deeply. However, after what he's done, I couldn't stay composed. For the sake of my son and my future, I had to end my relationship with him. There was no reason to hold back any longer for a man who kept lying. The next morning, Adam had already left for his trip. I opened the drawer and confirmed that he had taken my credit card as usual. I immediately contacted the credit card company, reported the card as lost, and requested to stop its use. When my son woke up, I greeted him. Good morning. He responded with a wide smile. Mom, today's the day, right? Huh? The move. We're going to our new home today, right? Seeing the excitement in his eyes, the last bit of my anxiety melted away. Yes, that's right. I've stopped the credit card. Let's get ready for our new home. I'm excited for our new house. With my brother's help, the move went smoothly. My son and I settled into our new home, while Adam's belongings were sent off elsewhere. The next day, as I was settling into the new house with my son and brother, I received a call from my husband. Hello. Ah, is that you, Flora? Do you need something? Well, actually, I've ended up spending more than I thought. Could you transfer me a little bit of money? He must have been having trouble paying for things on his trip since I'd suspended the card. He was indirectly asking for money without mentioning the card, which was infuriating. You said you were going to stay within your allowance, right? Sorry, but I can't lend you anything. Don't say that. I can enjoy the trip if you do this. Enjoy the trip alone, you mean? At that, my husband sounded genuinely puzzled. Ha! You were planning to show Delphine the sights, weren't you? Unfortunately, the card you took is no longer usable, so you might as well give up. What are you talking about, Flora? Who's Delphine? What about the card? Don't pretend you don't know. You're too flustered to hide it. It's because you're saying things I don't understand. I don't know anything about the card. That's enough. It's already out that you cheated on me with my best friend, Delphine. Ha! Did you really think it wasn't exposed? Are you that clueless? It's obvious. No, this isn't what it looks like. It's not cheating. I was seething with anger at my husband's pathetic excuses. Ignoring my brother and son, I let out all the rage I had been holding back. Don't try to justify yourself. You had a family, but you had an affair with another woman and used someone else's card. Do you even realize how low you've sunk? Flora, let's calm down. Calm down? How can I stay calm when I'm dealing with the person I despise the most? I want you to know that I have no intention of forgiving you or helping you. I hope you and that woman you're involved with end up in the worst place possible. Don't you ever show your face in front of me or Dominic again. With that, I hung up on my husband. Almost immediately, I received a call from Delphine, the woman he cheated with. What the heck, Flora? Oh, Delphine, long time no see. How's the trip with your best friend's husband? Shut up. Explain yourself first. What are you talking about? Don't play dumb. You sent Adam's things to my house, didn't you? Yes, during the move, I had indeed sent my husband's belongings to Delphine's house. Given that Delphine was married, her husband was naturally at home, which is why I deliberately sent everything to him. I included a detailed letter explaining the situation and expressed my anger over the phone, nearly blowing out the speaker. Are you kidding me? My husband found out, and now Isn't that to be expected? You're having an affair while you're married. To think my best friend would betray me like this. I'm utterly disappointed. Excuse me, I think that's my line. My best friend was cheating with my husband. Do you think I forgive that? Who was the one who disrespected the friendship first? I wasn't serious. It was just a fling. There's no way I'd settle for a jobless loser like him. Whether you were serious or not is irrelevant to me. I'm getting a divorce soon too. The fact remains that you had an affair, and I will never forgive you. Expect to face the maximum compensation demands. Be prepared. Compensation? What are you talking about? It's only fair given what you've done. Wait, I'm a housewife. I can't afford any compensation. I don't care. You'll have to figure it out or beg your husband for help, though I wouldn't count on that. Wait a minute, Flora. Hey, wait. Goodbye. I ended the call and blocked her number. After that, I finalized the divorce through my lawyer and demanded compensation from both my ex-husband and Delphine. I requested child support and reimbursement for the unauthorized charges on my credit card. Burdened by the compensation payments, Delphine's husband served her divorce papers and kicked her out of their home. She tried to stay with her family, but they turned her away. Now she's working night shifts to make ends meet and has distanced herself from her ex-husband. Their relationship quickly dissolved. As for my ex-husband, I've heard he's now juggling multiple part-time jobs, barely getting by. After being unemployed for so long, finding a stable job won't be easy for him. And if he falls behind on the compensation or child support, I'm prepared to pursue it relentlessly. As for me, my son and I are settling into a peaceful life in our new home. Watching him grow up so quickly, every day feels fresh and full of new possibilities. I'm dedicated to showering him with love and ensuring he has a joyful and fulfilling childhood.